She got her own house. She got her own house. She got her own house.
Hey family, welcome back to my channel. So it is officially tax season. So I just made a video about tax season. If you did not watch that, I'll go ahead and link it above. But I'm not talking about income tax season, okay? I am talking about property tax season. So I received my property tax notice in the mail a couple of weeks ago, and so I was just completely shocked. I wanted to make this video so that I can hurry up and get this information out there. In case you're like me, I have never been a homeowner before. So this was a complete shock to me, but I've done some quick research. So what I found, I want to share with you guys about your property taxes. So like I mentioned, I received my notice in the mail, and I was completely shocked at how much they're saying my house has appraised for. Well, I guess I'm not completely shocked because I did get my appraisal through NACA. I got my first appraisal. I didn't get my second appraisal, but more on that later. So I got my first appraisal, and that was really out of control and ridiculous with how much my house appraised for. I believe this may have been, maybe was it early 2022 or late 2021? I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe it was, maybe it was around credit access. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, so my original appraisal was for like $70,000 more than what I was under contract for. Now we all know that the housing market was crazy in 2020 and 2021 and a little bit into 2022. Things have calmed down a little bit since the peak of the, kind of housing crisis or whatever. But houses are still high. Okay. So I was like, okay, there's no way my house is worth that, but whatever, thank you. That's instant equity. Like, this is what I'm thinking in my mind. This is great. This is instant equity. And so I didn't realize how that was going to play out in the long run when it came time for my property tax bill. Now, so fast forward to a couple weeks ago, I got my statement in the mail, and my property has appraised for $40,000 more than what I paid for it. And I was like, oh, absolutely not. That could, equal to hundreds, maybe even 1,000 something more dollars I'm paying or that I owe in property taxes, which is subsequently going to hike up my monthly mortgage payment, my PITI that's included in what I'm paying every month. So there's no way I'm going to take this lying down. So I started looking into how to protest your property taxes. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, is what I'm going to do. I'll keep you guys updated. This is essentially part one. I actually haven't filled out this form yet, but I am going to fill out this form, and then I'll let you know the results of my protest. But in my research, I learned that if you just purchased a home, I believe it had to have been since January of last year, like January 1st of 2022 onward. If I just purchased a home then I am able to bring my appraisal, or one more thing you're able to bring, which is your settlement statement. So obviously I wasn't going to bring my appraisal because it was probably more or around the same as what they appraised my property for. I actually never to this day have even seen my final appraisal from NACA, so I have no idea what the bank appraised my price for at the end right before I closed. But I did get my settlement statement. So you will be able to get this from the title company whenever you close on your home. It should be in this big stack of documents. I ended up getting mine separately for another situation that I had pop up where I didn't get my insurance or something like that happened at closing, where NACA didn't catch that I no longer had homeowners insurance coverage, and they denied me, and like it was a big mess that happened after I closed. Like 2 or 3 days after I closed, I got a call from NACA like, hey, this issue popped up, we need to get this settled ASAP. So nonetheless, I ended up having to loop in the title company, who had to provide myself and the insurance company with the settlement statement. So I actually already have a signed and a countersigned copy of the settlement statement. I'll go ahead and I'll flash it on the screen now so that you'll know what to look for whenever you're going through all of your documents. Okay, so this is the settlement statement. So essentially what you should be able to do based on my research, and I will let you guys know if I'm successful or not, is to fill out your form that you got from your county, and then you can either take it up there in person, which is what I think I may do, or you can mail this in with a copy of your settlement statement, or you can do it online. I'm not sure how to upload evidence because you are going to be required to provide evidence, but you can. It gives you at the top of the form, it gives you a e-file PIN number that you're going to need whenever you try to do it online. Okay, so just an FYI, you're going to have to create an account. So essentially what you should be able to do is to just take a copy of your settlement statement up there with your completed protest form saying that I'm checking, it says incorrect appraised market value and or value is unequal compared with other properties. So that's the box that I'm going to personally check, and then I'm going to see what they have to say. They said it should be a pretty straightforward process if you just purchased your home, so I should be fine for this year. Now for years to come, it's going to get a little bit dicey, but I definitely recommend getting a homestead exemption. I don't have my homestead exemption yet for other reasons that I'll maybe explain in my next video, but I do plan on getting that. But just go ahead, if you're like me, you don't currently have your homestead exemption, you received a crazy appraisal value for your home, and they're telling you that you're going to have to pay X amount more in property taxes, don't take it lying down. Even if they only reduce it by like $100, guys, it costs nothing to protest your property taxes, okay? So just protest it every single year, regardless of if you think the market value is correct or not. Now, I will say that if you are doing your research and you're looking at other houses in your neighborhood and you feel that your property is valued less than others and others are valued more, I will definitely say maybe don't protest. I don't know if there's a situation where they could increase your value, but I wouldn't like bring any attention to myself. I'd just maybe let it ride. But if your house is appraised more or the same as the other houses in your neighborhood on your street, then definitely go ahead and protest every single year. Every single year I'm going to protest, okay? But the deadline, make sure you pay attention to the deadline. For my district, it is May 17th, okay? So it may be different for you in your district, but definitely make sure that you pay attention to that deadline, because it's my understanding that if you miss this protest deadline, there is no, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot, or no, you're just on the hook for that year, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'll fill this out. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get back to me. Once I hear back, I will definitely update this video, make a part 2 to let you guys know if I was successful, and probably go into a little bit more detail about what I did to actually protest and all the boxes and stuff that I checked, so that you're able to follow in my footsteps when it's time for you to protest yours. But that is it, guys. I just wanted to get you this time sensitive information just in case you're on the hook for your property taxes as well. You'll know to go ahead and protest them and at least how to get started. But if I forgot anything, I apologize, but you guys know the drill. Let's jump down in the comments and let's talk about it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video, because it takes a village. Cheers.